Hey everyone, welcome to Jojo's World.
It's been years, Liam.
And
years.
we're back.
At last.
I've crumbled away to dust and then reformed out of sheer force of will in a new location. I'm Liam S. Smith, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Nick Ballantyne, the other one of the co-hosts.
This is Jojo's World, our Jojo's Bizarre Adventure podcast where we recap and discuss Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. I still know what I'm doing.
How long has it been since you haven't had...
About a month since we've recorded.
Really?
Give or take a week.
Man.
I'm used to recording 1 to 2 podcasts a week.
So now you're just like, wow, I have to put in effort again.
Podcasting is a muscle. If you don't work it fades.
It's kind of like if you walk into a wall, you're like, oh no, I can't get through this wall. That's what not doing podcasts is like, Liam.
I don't understand your analogy.
Neither do I, but that's what podcasting is all about.
Nick,
Yes.
let us return to Sleepy Morioh one last time for a bone-chilling tale of horror and suspense.
Oh, okay. Why would we ever do that?
Because Rohan Kishibe has a story to tell us in Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan 2, aka... Oh, this one actually is episode 2 of Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan. Because you remember from last time, there was those crazy episode numbers? Episode 2, Mutsukabe Hill. Aka, Mutsukabe Zaka.
Mutsukabe Zaka.
Yeah.
Man, that is going to be...
Which I assume is Japanese for Mutsukabe Hill.
That makes sense. Is it not a mountain? Or is it just a hill?
Where's the line, Nick? Where's the line?
What differentiates Everest from any other small mound of dirt, Liam?
I really think Rohan is just making a mountain out of a very big hill.
It's like this small clump of events. He's like, it was the end of the world as we knew it.
And I feel fine.
I mean, if I had Rohan Kishibe with me at any time, I'd feel fine.
I wouldn't.
Why? Why not? He's amazing.
He's creepy. Big creepy guy.
We're all
Can
creepy.
raise the dead, apparently.
Yeah, that's true. Apparently, he can do that now.
More on that later.
Hey, Liam.
Hey, Nick.
Did you know that this episode, shockingly, is brought to you by the ever vigilant and perhaps well-named, I would dare say, Caleb Young.
So named because of their youth.
Their youthful figure, their youthful looks.
Hello.
Their youthful outlook on life.
Okay, better.
Yep. And their Caleb views. It's a stretch, but go with me here. Go with me.
Can you use that in a sentence?
I wish to Caleb your views differently. I'm feeling very Caleb today.
Can you spell that? Without looking at the phone.
Shit. It's C...
He's looking at the phone.
It's black, though.
A black mirror reflecting the darkness in your heart when technology goes too far. I'm Liam S. Smith, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Nick Ballantyne, the glitchy co-host.
Nick?
Yes.
Thank you, Caleb Young. Nick, I want to share with you some words of wisdom from Hirohiko Araki, author of Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan.
Is this just gonna be, yeah, demons are real?
But before I do...
What? No.
I want to point out a fun little bit of trivia.
Oh.
When Rohan was meeting with his editor this episode, he made... And the same thing happened last time, too, with his previous character, who was like his publisher or something. I can't remember.
The lady who was all like, oh,
yeah, the lady who was Araki's favourite invention from the franchise or whatever. Yeah. They made reference to doing... in this episode to Rohan producing an upcoming 62-page one-shot.
Yeah.
And this is, in fact, a 62-page one-shot.
So Araki's just gone, I need to do this one-shot. What would Rohan be? He'd be me.
He'd be doing a manga about making manga. Just like me.
Sense. Yeah.
Published in Jump Square by Shueisha.
Jump
All-Stars, available now. Apparently has some Jojo characters in it. It's got Jotaro and Dio.
Oh, yeah, no, you mean Jump Force.
Oh, what did I say?
Jump All-Stars.
Oh, okay. Jump Force.
Yeah.
It's probably bad.
Jump for your heart. It is very bad.
But there's a bit where Dio asks Yami Yugi, like, show me your special powers.
And then he's all like, rightio then, heart of the cards.
Yeah, so how does... This is getting off track.
Okay.
But how does... And no, don't rant. I'm asking you a specific question.
Fine.
How does Yu-Gi-Oh... I'm assuming this is an arena fighter game.
Yep.
How does Yu-Gi-Oh, the manga about card game battles, intersect with that?
Okay, so you know how in Yu-Gi-Oh, the manga about card game battles, the cards come to life?
Through highly advanced hologram technology or sometimes ancient Egyptian magic.
Precisely. Well, imagine that, but all the time in a fight.
It's one of Yugi's moves, that thing that Pegasus and Bakura do where they shoot lasers out of their Millennium Items at each other.
Maybe, I don't know anymore.
That was really good. I thought that'd have been terrible. Anyway, Hirohiko Araki has this to say about Mutsukabe Hill. When I have to deliver a short story, the theme that always comes to mind is horror and youth. Mutsukabe Hill is a terrifying episode. By dint of drawing this creature, I came to believe it really existed somewhere in Japan. It really sucks.
So let me get this right. He decided, I'm going to draw this thing. And then convinced himself, wow, this is a real thing.
Yeah, he gave life to it through his imagination.
Okay, sure.
He continues, besides, why this title of Mutsukabe Hill? I don't remember how I came up with it, and that scares me even more.
Whoa.
Inception.
Fictional names. Have you ever thought up a thing in your mind that you thought, oh, this is definitely real?
Like a tulpa?
What the hell's a tulpa?
I believe that's a fictional construct, the myth of a fictional construct given life by people's belief in it.
Like that Street Sharks episode.
Oh, God.
Oh, Liam!
Does it offend you when I make jokes about your God? I'm Ricky Gervais, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Stephen Merchant.
I'm not upset that you're offended by the truth that I speak.
All right, come on, guys, come on. I made the original Office. I'm superior. Come on, give me my Oscar.
Anyway.
Wow, we really, like, half of the viewers are going to be like, wow, Liam. Wow, taking a stance, are we?
Hirohiko Araki also has this to say in what seems to be the only other Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan with an author's note on the Jojo wiki other than the one we discussed last episode.
Yep.
On episode 6, Poaching Seashore.
Damn it, we should have... I guess we can't watch it.
We can't watch it because they haven't animated it yet.
Come on, David Productions. Come on.
In this episode, I particularly like the moment where they say, we're going poaching. And then, that's why I like it.
That's not... Okay, continue, please.
Rohan is someone ready to break the law to obtain something important. However, he doesn't forget to honour tradition and history. For me, he managed to survive this ordeal thanks to his respect. The cook, Tonio Trussardi, is a character from Diamond is Unbreakable.
These are all
He
true
is at
words.
that.
Very true words.
Truer words have never been spoken. The cook, Tonio Trussardi, is a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable.
Insightful and factual.
You can't fault his logic. Oh, I also very much like, on the JoJo wiki page for Poaching Seashore, it's got the list of all the characters who appear.
The appearances, if you will.
Yep. Rohan, Tonio, Okuyasu, Koichi. And then it has Josuke, Higashikata, parentheses, barely acknowledged.
Do you reckon as Josuke's gotten older, they've all just gone, nah?
Well, no one really liked him much to begin with. And it's like, man, that Josuke, he's so toxic.
That is true.
Let's cancel him.
So he's just fallen into like this weird catatonic state where everyone's like, yeah, that's Josuke over there. Don't
talk to him, don't look at him.
Don't pay him any attention. And then as soon as he talks, they just talk over him immediately.
Oh, poor Josuke.
Oh no, he's a sad, sad boy. How old would he be?
23-ish?
Yeah? Man, when I was 23, I was exuberant.
He was 16 in 1999, so that's not right.
I mean, what is it? It's like 2007. So if he was 16, and now so he'd be 24.
Ah.
No, 23.
No, that was right.
Yeah, he'd be 23, probably.
That math checks out.
Does it, though?
Who knows?
No one can ever fact check us.
Don't at me. This was published on December 11th, 2007.
Fortuitous.
Quite an auspicious date to release some manga.
Especially about bleeding people.
But enough rigmarole. Let's talk about...
Don't you mean rigor mortis?
But enough Rowan Morioh.
Oh.
That's nothing. Smash cut to Morioh, sleepy town with dark secrets that have been expunged.
It's 9 a.m. or some shit like that.
It's daytime at Cafe Domingo.
Oh my god, we know that cafe.
Yeah.
We've been there multiple times.
Rohan's there. He's meeting his editor, who is not the same woman as last time, but she may have been an editor or something too. I can't remember and I don't care.
I think it must be either different magazines or something.
Doesn't matter.
Or a different time
So
period.
this guy.
Yes. This young, good-looking fellow.
He looks like one of those late period portraits or photos you see of all the Beatles, where they're all wearing those like really 70s clothing with the big sunglasses and the dumb hats.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, okay. He kind of looks like a more approachable Fonz.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
By way of like the earlier edition of the Great Gatsby film where he wore that peaked cap.
Exactly. He's a weird-looking fellow.
He's just a Jojo character.
Yeah, he's just there and like... He's like the most normal-looking guy that we've seen.
His name's Kagamori.
Kagamori. What a name. What an icon. I'm going to change my Twitter profile to that guy.
So Rohan comes.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, he's there. Rohan's there. And this guy, Kagamori, comes. And Rohan's like, I'm reading a book about the Russian artist de Style. And you're interrupting me because you're 6 minutes early. Which is so rude of an editor to do. But it's fine. I'm Rohan. It's fine.
It's fine when you're dealing with me.
It's fine. I'm not offended. God.
Look, you just have to put up with your own mistakes.
Anyway, can I have some money, please?
So Rohan literally straight goes, look, about this meeting.
Oh, I digress.
Oh?
We did get interrupted by Tamami and Akira Otoishi, who want Rohan's autograph because they're big fans.
Now, remind me who these two are.
Tamami is the lock. He can make you feel the weight of your guilt.
Yes, he's 4 feet tall, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But in the manga, he was taller originally.
Ooh.
And Akira Otoishi is Red Hot Chili Pepper, the first, well, I suppose, second major antagonist of Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable.
The second main antagonist.
Major antagonist.
Oh, major. Yeah, okay, yeah. He's got electric stuff. He's cool. He's okay.
As we learnt last time, when we saw him in the background, he's apparently not in prison anymore.
He's just there doing stuff.
Yep, just being a fun Morioh kid like the rest of them now.
But they're all like 23 now. How can they be kids?
Young at heart.
Fair. But aren't we all?
So they're all like, can we please have your autograph? And Kagamori is like...
the editor man.
Yep. No autographs. Mr. Rohan is far too busy for that. And while he's talking, Rohan is making flinging motions, and we see liquid that I first assumed was ink fly past him onto the paper they're holding out in front of them.
And they're like, please, sir, please, can we have an autograph?
And Rohan's like, I already did it! And he's waving a straw, and he's like, look, coffee grindings on your papers in crude outlines of Heaven's Door. Or aka protagonist of Pink Dark Boy.
What?
That's a Rohan Kishibe original. We'll fetch a fortune on eBay.
So they run off happy as anything, being like, we have coffee stains, but stained by Rohan Kishibe. This is the greatest day of our lives.
And yeah, so Rohan's like, anyway, I need it in advance because I have no money and I live at Koichi's house. And we get a little flash up of Koichi.
And the editor guy's like, how do you not have any
He's
money?
Speechless. I had to sell my Sailor Moon figures, my Led Zeppelin albums, and Rurouni Kenshin.
Whoa.
I guess just all of it.
Now we know who all 3 of those are.
Is Rurouni Kenshin the one that was recently revealed to have been drawn by a massive pedophile?
I don't know. I assume it's the one about the guy who acts like a very pacifistic samurai, maybe?
I think that is the one, yeah.
Yeah. And he's very chill, but he's very sad.
Is that like how Michael Jackson owned the rights to the Beatles music for many years? Like, Rohan Kishibe owns Rurouni Kenshin?
Wait a minute, what? Wait, had Michael Jackson owned the rights to the Beatles music?
Yeah.
What?
After they broke up, / some of them died.
Oh, shit. Well, that's impressive. Okay.
But now he's dead, so where'd that get him?
I don't know, Liam. Does he turn into a yokai? Is that how this works?
Anyway, but you just bought a mountain. Exactly.
This is exactly why I'm broke, because that mountain needed to be bought.
Let me explain, he says. And Nick and I were like, yes.
So, last time we watched an episode, we just had this moment of, hey, I can't, go anywhere because I bought this mountain, which means I'm bankrupt. So I don't have a home. Can I stay with you, Koichi?
Not unreasonably, you fixated on that
I
because
did.
it was quite a bombshell to just drop.
Why did he buy a mountain, Liam? Why did he buy a mountain?
Why indeed? He'd gone to this mountainous region to research yokai for manga.
Yokai? Research? Tell me more!
Well, what you do when you're researching yokai is you stake yourself out in a yokai-rich area, and then you embark on what we call a yokai watch.
A yokai watch?
Yeah.
My God, this sounds like some kind of very fun activity.
It sounds
to
like
do.
some sort of very, very lucrative franchise.
Yeah, it's almost as though one could gamify this process.
So this land development company wanted to build a trail through this mountainous region full of yokai, just chock to the brim, full of sweet, sweet yokai.
So it was like a resort trail that was going to be open to tourists, and it would scare all the yokai away.
Classic
Japanese
children's
xenophobia.
I was going to say classic children's movie plot. Like the land developers are going to do a thing. We need to save the community center for the yokai.
True that. What's that movie where that kid gets like a blank check?
You know it's blank check.
Well, hang on. Hang on. But he gets this blank check, and then he buys like a whole bunch of stuff, and then they're like, "Oh, sorry, you ran out of money."
Oh, Home Alone 2, Lost
yes,
in New York.
Yes, that one. Yes. Oh man, I love Sylvester Stallone in that movie.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the kid.
I hate you. Shut up. So I bought up as much land as I could to stop them from making this trail.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. He said he bought 6 mountains.
He did say he bought 6 mountains.
Now, I don't know if this is a translation error, or if all those times he said, "Oh yeah, it's because I bought a mountain
actually,
singular."
Specifically, he said, the land price crashed, now it's worthless, so now I have 6 worthless mountains.
Okay, so he owns 6 mountains.
6 entirely worthless, utterly pointless mountains.
Thanks to him buying them.
Yep.
And thus ruining the price
Thus
on them.
speaking Kishibe Rohan.
Man, he got fully spoke.
Thus purchased Kishibe Rohan.
Oh,
This seems
man.
to be the leitmotif of these 2 episodes.
So he bought these mountains, he's now broke, and he needs an advance on his pay, otherwise
He's got no drawing desk, he's got nowhere he can make his manga.
he's got literally 0 liquid cash monies. And as we all know, that's the only money that we need to care
Or
about.
indeed any non-liquid assets, because he sold them all
Oh,
to
yeah,
buy
true.
mountains.
So now he's living at Koichi's house. He doesn't even have a desk to draw on. How does he do manga without a desk, you might be asking?
Well, he's got this 61-page one-shot coming up, so let's find out. Yeah, so he's all like, if they built that road, the yokai would all run away. And then where would the yokai go? Into the suburbs?
Into the No, we're not mixing our suburbs with our rural.
At this point, the editor starts looking away like he's crazy, and Ren's like, hey, don't avert your gaze like I'm a crazy person. I saw a yokai.
Also, shouts out to whoever subbed this episode.
Yeah.
Because every time he says hey, a new hey shows up on the screen. So it's like, hey, like one by one.
Supercars and game theaters in their basements aren't the only things mangaka can spend their money on. They can also buy worthless mountains.
Literally acres of land. Hectares even.
So he's like, anyway, my research paid off. I saw a yokai. I watched it.
And this 23-year-old editor kid, this fucking pleb of a man is like, nah.
Somewhere between those 2 reactions.
Yeah. He's skeptical, but he's intrigued.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right. I went there. I spake.
So he's like, yes, the story of Naoko Osato. Osato.
Double check it.
Well, yeah, Osato, but I seem to have consistently mistyped it as Ostao.
Ostal. Yes, Naoko Ostal.
Naoko Osato killed her boyfriend in September of whatever year it was, like 2003 or something. Cut to the Rohan Kishibe OP. Spooky piano music. Ink resolving itself into the form of a human arm, which resolves itself into a book because Heaven's Door is a thing.
It all makes sense.
Mutsukabe Hill. Oh, and we saw like Naoko Osato as this very pale woman in underwear, like covered in blood, and we were like, intriguing. And then we learn.
Looming over a dead body.
So much of the rest of the episode is the story of Naoko Osato's horrible life. Horrible life of wealth and privilege.
Well, a really bad day followed by a series of not as bad days,
But with
just...
a singularly unpleasant task in
Yes.
them all.
Yes.
Naoko Osato was born into the Osato family.
Well, sounds privileged.
They have 300 years of success under their belts as miso producers, and she was
Hey.
the only daughter and heiress of their family.
I see.
They lived in a mansion at the end of a long road. Classic horror setup. The mountain was their property, and now it is mine, Kishibe Rohan's. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think that's quite how that works, but okay.
And we see Naoko with her boyfriend, Gunpei-chan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before the OP, Rohan did inform us that Naoko killed her boyfriend.
But that means that this...
It's Gunpei-chan.
Is he gonna die? Oh no!
He's there. He's wearing a blue t-shirt that has SBR written on it, which is, of course, the initials of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7 Steel Ball Run being published at the time of this publication.
Is that what that is?
Yep. That's what that is.
What? Is it a baseball anime?
No, it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7 Steel Ball Run.
Yeah, but
it's a horse racing anime.
It sounds like a baseball thing, though. It's like steel... Like with a baseball
He's making
bat,
a bat moment.
and then like ball, with like a ball that you throw.
I've never thought
and
about
then
that.
run.
You're quite right.
Yeah. Surely these horses are just an analogy to baseball. Is it really a horse racing anime thing?
It's got horse racing elements.
Oh, okay. So it's not really horse racing so much as it has a horse in it.
No, it has a long... I'm not going to tell you all this, but
okay.
it has a significant horse racing subplot.
Oh, okay. All right. When you say significant...
Significant.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he's playing video games, and she's all looking out the window, and someone's arriving. She's like, you should leave.
You need to go now.
Out the back door.
And Gunpei's all like, oh, don't be like that.
Come on, babe. No, it's cool, babe.
We're home alone.
Gunpei. That's me.
From now on, anything cool happens, hey, Gunpei. Finger guns.
Well, why are you being so weird, babe? Is there someone else?
She slams down some money on the floor and says, well, if you know about it, no need to explain. This makes it a lot easier. Get the fuck out of my house.
Father would never approve. You're just the gardener. A part-time gardener at that.
Not even full-time. Like, a full-time gardener.
And he hugs her from behind and is like, come on, babe. Let's let them see us like this.
And then he starts, like, being all...
Creepy.
Yep. Being all fucked.
She struggles. She elbows him in the face.
In the ear, please.
Okay.
In the ear.
He slaps her in the face in anger and then is like, oh, sorry, babe. But to be fair, you did hit me first.
And both you and I went, oh, no.
She starts shouting at him to leave, pushes him away, and then she looks out the window again, and those two men that we see are just very, very slowly making their way towards the house.
It's probably like, what, 5 meters to traverse
I would
between-
say it takes them 10 minutes of episode time for them to get to the door.
Yeah, and it's not that far
No.
away.
You see, that man with Papa, he's my fiancé, and I'm going to marry him after I graduate from university.
Ah, well that sucks.
I'm sorry, Gunpei, I do like you, but you need to leave now. Gunpei? Gunpei, you're just sitting there, with your back against the wall, or more specifically, against those golf clubs that are against the wall.
That's the sound he makes.
Gunpei is not moving. His eyes are glassy.
And he's all like...
Dead.
Yeah, basically. So...
She pulls him forward and we see that his head was impaled on the putter.
Well, it's like on the back of his neck, right where... Oh, I can already see you being all like...
Yeah, I didn't care for a lot of the imagery in this.
It's like where your brain stem is. It's like the putter's gone in like a knife.
Yeah.
Right where...
You call that a putter?
Yeah. Fucking hell. It's a hole in one, you know what I mean?
No.
I mean, like, he's got a hole there, and it's in one of his brains. So, yeah, it's like stabbed right where the spine is, like, ending, just underneath where your head
Just
starts.
where you'd really die.
Yeah, just right there. So, she walks over and is all like, oh no.
This is a joke, right? Come on, Gunpei.
Now, I don't think either of us would have ever reacted by going, oh no, his head just came out of a putter. Well, this must be a joke then.
And we see in her reflection in the blood that's even now pooling on the classy Japanese wooden floor.
Ooh.
He's dead. Oh, this is fine. I just need to treat his wound. Get a towel.
Put some pressure on that towel and it just keeps bleeding.
There's a dripping blood transition here, which just basically transitions into the same scene a minute later, where it's like, oh, they'll think that I hit him with the golf club. Maybe I basically did. I should call the doctor. Oh, but he's dead. That won't help. Should I call the police? No. Oh no. Dad's at the door. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, Naoko.
Yes?
It's me, your father. Also, your fiancé is here.
Oh no, better not talk.
May we come in? Shuichi is here to see you. You know Shuichi. He's so fetching.
No, don't you dare sully the legacy of Koichi, Liam. I will not hear a word against him. He's a perfect being.
I didn't say a word against him.
You know what you fucking did. You know. I'm getting very angry, Liam. Very angry indeed.
She's panicking. She's like, oh, I wish I wasn't here, but she is.
So she's like curled up in a ball, kind of
panicking.
Yeah, and she's like, what do I do? What do I do?
And Shuichi, that piece of shit, is outside being like...
trying to imitate a name.
I could swear I saw someone in there, sir.
And,
gotta hide him.
What's her name? Us something?
Naoko?
Naoko. Nailed it. Is all like, oh no.
I've gotta hide his corpse. So I'll just take off all my clothes for a quick moment.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. You don't want to get bloodstains.
That's true.
Yeah.
It happened so abruptly that it seemed very odd to me.
Were you just like, okay.
Yep, moving a body, I'll just take off my dress.
Yep.
Here we go.
Sure thing, whatever. Yanks it off and is all like...
Puts some boots on his chest for some reason.
You're not sure what that was
his
about?
His boots, I guess.
Oh.
Because he doesn't wear his shoes inside. They're a traditional Japanese family.
Yeah, and now, ironically, she's bringing them inside for him.
Oh, shut up. She starts dragging him, but there's leaving so much blood. Are you guys all right in there? How so much blood? No pulse. Dead. No bleed when dead.
It impossible.
Coagulation. That's the word, right?
We just having strokes every
Coagulation.
Coagulation not happen.
Yeah. And like... She tries to put the bandages over it. She disinfects the wound for some reason.
Well, you need to disinfect the wound.
Otherwise, he might get an infection and die.
Exactly. I just love that she sprays this disinfectant on. We get a shot of her face being like, okay, next step. With like this bandage. Then we like stretches out. And then there's no blood to be seen when she puts the bandage on.
And then like a moment later, she's got like 6 bandages over it.
Yeah.
But then... building pressure and blood shoots out through the bandages, still more blood, and there's that word again from a few episodes ago. He becomes exsanguinated.
Whoa, look at you, Mr. Memory of words.
Memory of vocab.
What does exsanguinated mean?
Drained of blood.
Drained of blood. Exsanguinated.
As if so many vampires have been supping at your tender neck.
Yes. That lustful word.
Or as if you were some sort of corpse yokai who bleeds a lot.
Yes. So filled with not blood.
So she's doing a lot of washing because there's all this blood, and Dad is outside being like, you're using a lot of water in there.
And she's all like, well, I'm just doing some cleaning.
Oh, it's me, Shuichi. Your father gave me the spare key so I could come in and we could be alone.
Oh no.
Don't do that!
Don't you dare come in here.
Well, you see, the thing is, Naoko, with my very good eyesight, when you opened the window a crack earlier to watch us very slowly come down the driveway, I saw someone else in that room with you.
What? No.
Really like the color palette in this whole sequence, this whole hiding the body sequence, because everything is like washed out to the point of being grey, except for the blood, which is still just that deep blood red.
It's like the focus is entirely, much like Naoko's, that's her name?
Yep.
Much like Naoko's,
on the blood.
Whoa! I know, artistic direction.
This whole sequence reminds me of, I watched I walked into my housemate watching a...
okay, good.
A horror anthology on Netflix. It was like 6 short horror films or something. I don't know what the name was. But the third one or so was... it was about a woman who either murdered her husband or he died in similar accidental circumstances to this. And she's trying to hide his body as a children's birthday party is happening around her.
Now that's funny.
So she like stuffs him into like a bear costume.
Nice.
This reminded me of that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that anthology is called, but that short film at least was definitely worth a watch.
Do you know the story? I'm sure you'll know the story.
About a man named Brady who was killing 3 daughters of his own.
I mean, no, not at all. But maybe.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what happened off camera. You know the story of the lady who... I think killed her husband and then stuffed him into the oven downstairs or the furnace downstairs?
No.
And then the police showed up and were like, hey, what's going on here? We've had reports of a weird smell. It's like, oh yes, I'm just cooking up this massive roast boar. And
let us all sit down and eat this massive roast boar. We're police officers. That's normal.
Well, this was ages ago.
You know what I saw in a news article recently that was terrifying?
Now, this is something podcast-worthy. Go on.
Yeah, we're a true crime podcast now.
Here we go.
I didn't read the article. I just read the headline because terrifying.
Uh-huh.
But it was something like, whip made from human spines found in basement of abandoned house.
Holy fuck. Okay. What?
Yeah.
But you didn't read it, did
I
you?
saw the whip.
Was it rad?
No, it was terrifying.
Okay. What was it? How was it like bits of the spine on the whippy bit?
No, it was just entirely human spines.
Wait, spine plural? Spine
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's amazing. That's fucking metal as shit,
That's
but
fucked.
terrifying. It's like those Aztec death whistles where you blow into them and it sounds like a human screaming.
Yeah, that's what that's like.
Yeah, but I think they were made from like bone. So you're like blowing into this dead thing as it sounds like a human scream.
Anyway, Naoko is freaking out. She gets out the sewing kit and starts trying to sew up the wound, much like in the climax of Ouija 2, Origin of Evil,
Whoa.
which was the good horror movie sequel to the bad horror movie, Ouija.
What the fuck is Ouija?
You know Ouija boards?
Yeah.
It's a horror movie about those.
Yeah, but to be fair, there's a lot of horror movies about Ouija boards.
But this one was like branded, I think.
Oh. Well,
It's Ouija was...
the official Ouija
yeah, it's a
board
product of Hasbro or something.
movie. So hang on, wait, slow it down a second. Hasbro make Ouija boards.
Or someone like that. Like
Then-
maybe like Parker Brothers or something.
So it's not like an ancient...
I'm sure it was originally.
I don't know how I feel about this. Because it's like, it's meant to be something that you do to commune with the dead, right?
Mm.
And it's like a Hasbro toy. But Hasbro makes Transformers that are also toys. It doesn't feel like it's a good mix of branding for your company to be like, yeah, commune with the dead. Play with these robots that transform.
According to one author, similar methods of mediumalistic spirit writing have been practiced in ancient India, Greece, Rome, and medieval Europe. And as part of the spiritualist movement in the United States, mediums began to employ them following the American Civil War. The Ouija itself was created and named in Baltimore, Maryland in 1890. But the use of talking boards was so common by 1886 that the news reported the phenomenon taking over the spiritualist camps in Ohio. Businessman Elijah Bond had the idea to patent a planchette, which is the little tablet that you move around,
Yeah.
sold with the board, and then basically it became a product of Parker Brothers.
Yes, you commune with the dead with this little toy. That's weird.
Mm.
That's weird that it's a branded death thing
For kids!
for kids to play around with. Because they move it and they're like, oh, it moved on its own. It's like, no, you moved it, Freddy. Why are you... Look, it's moving!
Yeah, and then you're there playing Ouija with Freddy Krueger. It's moving, bitch.
What's that one dream they have where he's like...
I don't watch horror movies,
Oh,
man.
okay, never mind then.
So yeah, I'm opening the door. Let me just reach into my pocket and get the key out
So,
ever so slowly.
Naoko, in what can only be described as the fastest body hiding I've ever fucking seen, grabs the boots, chucks them on the guy, Gurchep?
Gunpei?
Gunpei?
Gurchep.
So Gurchep gets rolled up into a carpet roll,
Mhm.
like fucking sushi, gets put on top of
Big old cupboard.
big old metal cupboard fridge thing.
Yep.
She then pushes the cupboard to hide the blood stain on the wall,
Puts her clothes back on, puts an apron on.
somehow cleans the blood that was all over the floor earlier.
Mhm. And then she has her back turned as he comes in.
Shoichi, that is, not Gurchep.
Sure.
The man at the door
Yeah,
comes in, not Gurchep. He doesn't come in. That would be...
No, he's
Even-
dead.
But that would be more terrifying,
Ish.
wouldn't it? It's like Gurchep walks in and is all like, I'm not going to stop. Gurchep walks in and he's all like, hey, honey, I'm home. And she's like, what? But where's Shoichi? Opens up the carpet. Oh, no. He was dead the whole time. That's a horror film right there.
Sure. This whole body hiding sequence, we can't let it pass
Whoa.
by
Why?
without it acknowledging that it is some of the most Junji Ito shit we've encountered from Hirohiko Araki.
Okay, so let's dissect this entire scene, shall we?
I thought that's what we've been doing.
Oh, no. We haven't gotten up to the Junji Ito bit.
So yeah, he comes in.
And he's all like, this looks pretty clean.
I guess I was wrong about another human being in here. And she's all like, that's fine, honey. I'm just cleaning this.
So
with
do you want to say it
No, I don't.
like as if you were
No.
doing the thing?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I mean, I
And
could
then
try.
we see that she's got her back turned, tears streaming down her face, and her mouth ope to catch that stream of blood, which is now streaming out of Gunpei's head wound.
Oh, it's a bad day. Having a
day.
bad day. It just went from bad to worse, you know? Almost got basically raped by your boyfriend, who you were like, please leave. Then accidentally killed him on a putter, of all things.
And the most sinister of the golf clubs.
And then having to hide his body, which is constantly bleeding everywhere. And now she has to drink his blood to hide it. Now that's some Junji Ito shit right there.
Mm-hmm. And Shuichi is like, oh, I guess I was just imagining things. I'll be in the main building. Bye.
Bye.
Rohan chimes in again now.
And it's all like, and the body didn't stop bleeding forever.
300 milliliters a day if undisturbed. She got married in the following spring and Shuichi joined the family.
Oh, how lovely. That's wholesome.
And then every morning she disposed of the blood.
Less wholesome.
A few years later, the guest house was demolished for a remodeling and she put him above the cupboard in the bedroom. And then we see her up there. And Rohan informs us that she learnt that if she misted a bit of water on his face, his skin would return to lifelike texture for a while. And she's in there in his room being like, oh, Gunpei, you're my special secret. And it's like close-ups on like her shiny lips and stuff because she's super into this corpse.
Only you can be mine. Oh, yes.
And then Rohan's like, anyway, back to me. I went to the region to learn about yokai, and I was there with Mr. Batsadera, the evil land developer, who was following me being like, sell the mountain. And I was like, I'll never sell the mountain.
So apparently the way Rohan discovered about all of this, about young Gurchep,
Just wandering through the region one day, and he happened to see Naoko, and I was like, oh, I'll heavens door her, find out what her deal is.
what do you know? Worked
Interesting.
really well. Yeah.
Ah, yes, yokai.
So it then cuts to
So he's in the region.
Rohan walking along a road.
Mr. Batsadera is taking a phone call, so he's got some privacy.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, but what are you, Gunpei? Or Gurchep? I must know your secret purpose. I must sneak into this house and see you.
So he walks along this little forest trail, and then there's this strange young lady.
This young lady, she looks like of Japanese descent, but with tan skin, not unlike a certain dead man we know.
A dead man? What dead man do we possibly... Gurchep! So she's like, hey you, aren't you Rohan Kishibe?
What you doing snooping around our house?
We've had a lot of creepy guys around here lately, you prick.
And like she goes to run away because she's not allowed to talk to strangers, and he's like, wait, no, don't run away. Let me read you like a book.
So Rohan reaches out, tries to grab her by the arm or hair.
He just misses entirely, really.
Misses entirely.
She falls, she eats shit, she hits her head, she dies.
Yeah, she hits a very conveniently placed rock.
And he's like, wait, what? Could this be? All this blood? Could this be Gunpei's child? Gurchep?
Gurchep? Oh no! What will Mama Chep think?
And then we hear Mr. Batsadera coming back being like, I was just on the phone, Rohan. Now I'm coming back to talk to you about this mountain.
And Rohan naturally goes, well, fuck this. I'm not going to be a fucking murderer.
All this blood. She's trying to haunt me. Luckily for me, I have heretofore unseen depths to my magical powers. Heaven's door.
So he starts reading her like a book.
And she's like, oh, all the words on her pages are fading. She'll be gone forever then, but in the meantime, I can do this. I'll come back to life, I don't know Kishibe Rohan, and if I encounter him, I won't interact with him.
So we get, in her last dying moment, her true form.
Yeah, like horrifying, like...
Yokai
face, like that Japanese girl ghost hair.
Yeah, and like basically a huge gaping maw, like scream by what's his name.
I thought this was going to take a turn where it was like, I brought her back, but I shouldn't have. But we were getting close to the end of the episode.
Yeah. So instead of that happening, she just...
All that death stream from Jojo's shoots back into her, and she's fine.
And she's like, no one here. Oh. Hey, Mom! And she starts running back normally.
And Rohan's like, if I'd been any slower, I would have been haunted by her. Or worse, ruined financially as a mangaka.
I just love that his bottom line is like, man, I wouldn't be able to make manga if she was haunting me all the time. That'd be really inconvenient.
Anyway, that's all I know about the yokai from Mutsukabe Hill. They like to take advantage of humans and their love and their spiritual weakness. and they want to live without doing any labor or having any responsibility. Like me.
So then Koichi
Well,
pops out of the
no, he
foreground.
keeps talking.
Oh, sorry.
He keeps talking.
We need to cut that bit out.
Yeah. No, we don't. You have to live in your failure.
No.
Acknowledge the failure and move on.
No!
Say it.
I failed. Koichi, I failed you.
Now you are stronger. Its only purpose is to propagate its descendants. So I guess Gunpei was just like a creature the whole time.
Yeah, I guess.
Its height of happiness is dying in the presence of another. And he's like, who knows how many of them there are? Not Araki, evidently.
Araki left that open for the fans to
And
theorize.
Araki seems to believe it's above zero now.
Yeah, I'm still surprised he believes in it, but that's, what is life? If
So
not
then-
a little mysterious.
So then, as you alluded to, Koichi looms into frame.
Hey, that doesn't sound very realistic.
And then Okuyasu is also there, like, yeah, I don't believe that either. And then Mikitaka, the alien, is also there, being like, oh, I encountered such a creature on my home planet in outer space.
So I think the editor guy's like, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah, you can't just interrupt our important business / folklore meeting. And then Rohan's like, no, it's fine, it's Morioh. That's how we do it.
And then they all just start talking about
Are you an alien?
Yeah, Rohan's like, it's been bugging me. Mikitaka, are you an alien? Are you really an alien though?
Yes, I am an alien.
Tell me more.
And then epilogue-y, moody monologue as like, Naoko seems happy in her own way, and I don't care, because I'm not a scholar or a reporter, I'm just takes off sunglasses. A manga artist. Yeah!
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, etc.
Oh, and then like eerie, echoey voice of Gurchep being like, Mom, do you think I'll marry a nice man someday? And she's like, I'm sure you will, sweetie.
I'm sure you will. Man, Gurchep.
Gurchep.
Ugh.
MVP.
Ugh.
Which brings us to the end of Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan, which brings us to the end of our Part 4 focused content for JoJo's World, which means looming right around the corner is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 Vento Oreo, aka Golden Wind, aka Ugon no Kaze. But before we get to that, Nick,
Yeah?
what are our highlights and lowlights for this episode?
Well, my highlight, without a doubt, is the Junji Ito as fuck moment, where it gets revealed that she has to drink the blood to hide the body.
Yeah, that was intense.
That's a good bit of like, whew, Junji, calm it down. Holy fuck. Yeah, that was good.
Good stuff.
Yeah. It's also one of those like really Japanese horror moments where it's like, right, like you can feel it. And you're like, oh no.
I don't like that at all.
Because it's like
In a good way.
Yeah, a lot of like horror films that, come out of Hollywood are always like, oh, people just die. And you're like, yeah, but I've never died. Whereas,
I have drunk blood from a never bleeding corpse before.
yeah, I have tasted blood before and I don't want to drink it, man. Your highlight, Mr. Liam?
That bit where Koichi just leaps into frame, like, I'm here too.
That doesn't sound very good.
I liked it. It was funny.
Oh, so good. So anytime Koichi enters the frame is a good time to be alive, isn't it?
Lowlights.
This is going to sound really weird, but the weird, time jumping of the first half?
I get it.
Because, it felt super, not stunted, but, janky. Because, she's hiding this body, but then he's really slowly opening the
Yeah.
door to the point where you're like, just open the door.
I would imagine that probably reads better in manga format.
Yeah, but even then, how long does
Or
it
at least
take?
the discrepancies are probably less obvious.
I don't know if they are. I don't not sure. Unless he's really,
I would imagine so.
Yeah, unless he's really struggling with that door. But
Sometimes it's hard.
yeah, I guess that's true. Like me.
My low light is sewing up the neck wound. Gross.
Why is that gross? Why?
It's just gross.
Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Do you have a problem with sewing up neck wounds?
I don't want to do it.
Don't you want to be a doctor?
No.
That's fair. You don't want to spend how many years of your life sewing up wounds that aren't on the neck, only to finally get the one wound that you were like, oh, I don't want to do this. Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
Great. So, Nick.
Yes.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 Golden Wind.
Are we
or
not gonna-
Vento Oreo.
Are we not going to talk about the entirety of part 4?
Do you wanna?
I mean, I've got time, Liam.
No, you don't. You have to get to an RPG session.
Oh, but Liam, you forget. It's only 11:20. I have to leave at 11:50.
We're just gonna do some theme song work.
I still have not been able to figure out a single way to make a theme song for part 5. But anyway.
This is all going in.
Oh, fuck. Hey, listener, how you doing? This is Behind the Scenes JoJo's. How you doing? We have no idea what theme song we're
I
gonna use.
liked part 4 a lot. It was chill, it was cool, it was low stakes for Jojo compared to what's come before.
I think
But
there was a lot of good bits about part 4,
I'm sensing a but.
but there wasn't enough Koichi.
Wait,
Where
yet part 4 is the bit with the most Koichi.
I know. Is he gone forever though?
We'll have to find out next time on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Part 5?
Diamond is unbreakable. Which is not what that... That's a wrap on Kishibe Rohan for a long while, at least.
Mm-hmm. A long, long while.
Mm.
Does he ever show up again?
He's definitely alluded to in future. I can't remember if he appears.
Alluded to.
Yeah, like people be like, Mangaras Kishibe Rohan, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's not like, he doesn't come back.
You know, they could add in some scenes.
Shit, okay.
They could do some more Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan OVAs.
Oh, shit, yeah. Make it
But
happen,
as a central character, he does not feature like he has in part 4
Okay,
again.
alright. That's a bit disappointing, but I guess that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Nor Josuke,
Oh, no more Josuke.
nor Okuyasu.
Well, that I can live with. I can live without Okuyasu. I know there are some people out there who really like Okuyasu, but yeah, he's not as good as Koichi, is he?
Do you have anything else to add on part 4?
I really fucking liked part 4. I thought it may have been the strongest part thus far.
I agree.
It just had a really good ending.
Good vibe.
Good vibe.
Good mix of like horror tropes with just like small town fun.
Yeah, it felt very, not relatable because I don't have magic powers, but very like, it's just kind of where like Araki lives and where he knows stuff.
Mm.
You know, it's like he obviously knows what a small town is like. He knows what it's like being around all these people and they're like, we should do this thing with magic powers.
With Italian food.
Yeah, with Italian food. But it was very kind of... I enjoy all the dumb shit out of JoJo's where it's like off to the side.
Absolutely.
Not the main line, we need to find the serial murderer. So things like, hey, there's this Italian restaurant that just opened up. Or, hey...
This girl likes me.
Or just, hey, do you want to play a little bit of odd or even? Or whatever that...
Oh, CeeLo.
Yeah, whatever that game was called.
Played some of that in Yakuza recently.
Ooh.
Used the cheating token I got from the lockers to make a lot of money.
What are you doing?
Making a lot of money.
Yeah, that's fair. I really like all those bits, and part 4 had a lot of that, which was like, yes, I'm into that. Also, it had the laughing sequence with Josuke and Rohan.
Very good.
Just so dumb. So fucking dumb. Oh.
So, moving forward.
Yes.
Part 5.
We're going to Italy.
I'm quite excited to get you into part 5.
Why?
It's a lot.
It's a lot?
It's a lot.
What?
Even by JoJo standards, it is... there's a lot visually going on in part 5.
Would you call it more extra
Yeah.
than ever before?
Undoubtedly.
Oh. Because I hear that there's a lot of fashion from this point forward.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A lot of boob windows,
A lot of boob window.
but still few female characters.
So let me get this right. We've had a lot of men, a lot of shirtless moments, or very close to, with various physiques.
Sure, we've seen Joseph Joestar rip off his jacket
God,
every
have
time
we?
something important was happening.
God, have we? And now we're going to get maybe more female characters, question mark? For more even
about the
representation?
same.
Oh, okay, all right. So there'll be one female character who'll show up and be all like, hey, what up? I'm here too.
Yep.
And then all the other male characters will be like, out of the way. We have abs to show.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I am so keen. I am so fucking keen.
Do you know anything about our next JoJo?
I know that he is called Jojo.
Good get.
I think you've told me his name was Giorgio.
Yeah.
Like, with G's.
Italian.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm like... Oh, and I think his whole motive was to become the best mobster.
Yeah. I don't know how you knew that, but yeah.
Because you
pretty
told
much.
me. Yeah. I think you told me someone's like, who wants to be the best mobster? Probably shouldn't have told you that, but I've told you that anyway.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like something I'd do.
Yeah. So that's basically all I know. I've seen his face on YouTube from Golden
Thumbnails.
Deja Vu.
Sure.
Because I listened to a lot of music on YouTube and it just came up with Golden Deja Vu, and I went,
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Okay, but then it was like, well, if Golden Wind is part 5, or Golden something, Golden Deja... Oh. So I think Jojo looks like he has hair, like blonde hair. I don't know.
Sure.
I didn't look at it very long because I was like, I don't get it.
Great. Okay.
So
I'm very excited for next week's episode.
God.
I think it's going to be a good time. I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
Okay.
I think you're going to enjoy yourself.
Do I have to figure out what's going to happen?
You need to figure out what theme music is going to go at the start of the episode.
Well, we already tried listening to it once.
No, you need to figure out what theme music is going to go at the start of our episode.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Oh, okay. Oh, dear. Maybe I'll just make some sleek funk. Like some really extra over-the-top, glamorous music. Will that fit?
I don't know. I have to hear it first. It doesn't sound wrong.
Good. Excellent. I can do that.
Great. Okay. Well, look
can't do
forward to
that.
that next time, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary folk.
Yeah, that counts. Yeah. All right.
Hooroo!
See ya. But there was no prediction segment.
I mean, that's kind of what we were doing there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to make a prediction?
I'll make a fucking prediction.
Okay, we're back.
Hey, what up? Welcome to the super secret prediction segment that we didn't forget.
Liam doesn't want you to know about.
Okay, here's what I reckon's going to go down. It's Egypt. 2004.
X.
I swear you've told me what year
I'm
it's
pretty
meant
sure
to
I
be,
have.
but I've forgotten. It's 2003. It's 2003. Our young Josuke has moved to Italy to... No, he hasn't. No, wait, hang on.
He's dead.
No, hang on. Who would live in... Jotaro has gone to Italy. No. Joseph went to Italy at some point to talk about real estate.
Yep.
And obviously, it's Joseph. We know he's cheated on Susie Q before. Lo and behold, it's happened again.
So Jojo's Bizarre Adventure from this point forward is just Joseph Joestar's many illegitimate children.
It's like you're reading my mind right now. I'm assuming that's what all these other parts are. Because it's like, well, Joseph went around. He went to Italy at some point.
Jotaro's clearly asexual.
And like, yeah, I mean, Jotaro loves dolphins, but does he love humans? That is the question. So Joseph went to Italy, banged some chick, however many years ago, and now we've got this lad.
This young Jojo.
This absolute, I would dare call Jojo. And he's like fully ripped, and he's all like, hey, I'm better than everyone. How are you doing? Hello, chair. And he's all like, I'm better than everyone. I'm Jojo. That's right. I came up with that all by myself.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of friends, like a boy band, because...
I thought you were going to say, like, boy gang. But okay, sure.
No, it's not a gang, it's a mob. So he's got, like, this boy band-esque mob that he takes around with him everywhere, being like, yeah, we're rough, we're rebels. And then the real mob show up.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all like,
It's like how in, like, the early levels of Grand Theft Auto or Sleeping Dogs, you have to just, like, be this schmuck wearing, like a sleeveless singlet and like hitting up little restaurants for protection, and then you eventually like ascend your way into wearing like the business suits. And...
Yes, that is good shit. So
man, Sleeping Dogs was so good.
So I reckon he's going to be all like, I'm going to be the best mobster that I can be after being shamed by these other mobsters or something. So it's like a revenge story, but a really shit revenge story.
It's all about like saving face.
Exactly.
Reputation.
But he doesn't want to be an actual mobster because he's like, I hate murder. I'm not for that. I like good Italian things like pasta and
you are not quite right. But there is a thematic thread you have seized upon, which I really love about part 5 for how stupid it is. You don't have the details right, but the spirit is there.
The spirit is there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's gonna be like, I hate murder. I hate killing people. Why are you laughing so much? I don't understand.
You'll see. You'll see.
No. What if he's just part of mob? He's like, I get a thrill out of killing. Was that really going to happen? I feel like no Jojo could possibly do that.
No, that's not what happens.
Okay, great. So anyway, he's not going to like murder, and he's going to be all like, yeah, I'm going to be the best mobster around. And then his friends are all like, hey, over the course of like several episodes, like, I don't know, 26-ish maybe?
I think it's 39.
Fuck me, that's a lot of episodes.
That's how long part 4 was.
Yeah, true, but that was a lot of episodes.
Yeah. Well, what are we going to do after that? Don't ask us. We know what we're doing.
I guess we do, yeah.
Yeah.
Very vaguely. So, after 39 episodes, all of his friends will be like, is this the best life to be living? Can't we just live normal Italian
and then it'll
lives?
be like the end of The Godfather, and he'll be like, yes. And then like everyone will kneel down and kiss his ring.
I haven't seen The Godfather.
Okay, so
sure.
The Godfather is the story of Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
Who was going to be the
new Godfather?
No, he was not going to be the new Godfather.
Ooh.
He was going to be the clean boy that would take the family legitimate. So they deliberately kept him away from all the illegal dealings.
Yeah.
But then, because of a couple of inciting incidents, he is thrust into the life of crime and step by step becomes the Godfather.
Is it one of those things where you mess with the family, you mess with the family,
Yeah.
and then they target him and he's all like, what's going on, Dad? And he's all like, well, son.
No, not quite.
What's going on, Papa?
Is that your Marlon Brando? Well, son.
Well, son.
Back in the South.
Well, son, see, I'm a godfather. And what that means is we kill other godfathers. Like the scum they are.
Like the one. And every time you kill a Godfather, you get their power.
Now take this shovel and beat that horse. We gotta put him in someone's bed. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
No.
So I reckon it's gonna be a matter of, like, he wants to look like he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he wants to be fab.
Right? He wants to be, like, badass, right? He wants to look completely like, I'm a gangster kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not gangster, maybe more like mobster. But he wants to look like fully mobster. And then his friends are like, yeah, this is pointless. This is bad. This is real bad.
And they walk out on him. Sad ending. You failed. You made the wrong moral decisions, Jojo.
Maybe.
To be continued.